Welcome to No More Room in Hell 2 once again. This time, I'm not going to be playing through a match. I am instead going to be talking about how this game is doing right now. What's the shape of this game at the moment, and possibly what's to come in the future. So, we're just going to get right into it. As you can see, I'm in the training range. Yes. Very nice place. Has everything you need. So, back in May, I made a video. And that video was asking if the game was worth it in May. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people were saying no, and at the time, I would definitely agree. It has a lot of work to do, and the game still has a lot of work to do now, but since then, a lot of things have been added. I have a little list here. Alright, so we have individual extraction. That works by the last 3 people alive in a match are able to individually extract, finding like a underground bunker or whatever and using that. So you could use that to get out and save your character, which I think was a pretty good addition. The next thing that was added is this weapon right here, the Gruber 922. 22 long rifle. I don't think this was the beginning weapon, or was it? No, the first weapon that was added was that. This was added later. This is essentially the primary version of the 22 long rifle and all of that. But this is a pretty decent weapon. Hella recoil, but it also knocks zombies down kind of easily. They do need to tweak 22 a little bit. I feel like 22 is a little too strong for the fact that it's the smallest caliber. But they also added throwing. You just chuck your shit at them like, yeet. Well, got him. And then you just throw whatever you want. And it's pretty decent mechanic. Not too utilized yet, in my opinion. And of course, one of the bigger updates that happened since May is Broadway, being the map set in New York City, and this place that I'm in right now, the training area. This was not a thing at the time. I think this is a perfect little area to kind of just test out everything. You see, they got the guns laid out, they got the all different types of ammo and stuff. 357, MP5 with the 9mm, 22s are right there, but I chucked the other one. And everything. You got all the attachments that they got so far in the game, all the explosives and ammo crate. And then over here is, you know, tutorial weapon. There's like tutorial melee weapons and all that. You know, you can find all these out in the field. Pretty decent one-handed, two-handed, and more two-handed. Yeah. I can't remember if the hockey stick was already in the game by the time I made the May one, but the hockey stick was indeed added. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like the hockey stick. Kind of weird. It's not all that great. It's like a worse baseball bat. I'm just gonna throw it at this dude. Yeet! That's what he deserves. Deserve that. So another thing that they've added was difficulty preference. They made an entirely new difficulty. Whoops. They made an entirely new difficulty for casuals, as I would call them, because the difficulty is called casual, which involves respawning as well. And how does respawning work? Well, whenever you die, you spectate, of course. But if your teammates complete like a sub-objective that is notable, you should be respawning. So casual is really just for those who want to jump in and really don't have to worry too much about losing the character. If everybody dies, then it is a fail and everybody loses the character. But it being casual, the zombies are way weaker, there's way less of them, so I would have a very hard time finding myself losing a character on that difficulty. Another one is the skill reroll. You can use the yellow currency called like requisition points or some shit, and you get those by completing objectives. And those, you get like, what, like 1,000 of them for completing a game successfully and all that. I think it's a good thing, because with the skill reroll, you're able to somewhat fine-tune your character on a whim. It's like gambling. You like gambling? Yeah, I like gambling. Don't gamble. For the love of God, yeah, don't gamble. And in the year of our Lord, 2025, it being September, the last thing that was added was a health update. It didn't add anything new. I already made a video on it. I've made a video on like most of these things. You can go back in the channel and look. But you can go back and see those. The health update, though, I will go over again. It made it to where Broadway and Lewiston, the 2 maps that had the most performance issues, now runs way better. It honestly runs better than the other 2 maps, Power Plant and Pottsville. because of a mesh update they did and all that nerdy shit. I mean, if you're into it, you go check out their blog on Steam. But yeah, since then as well, they also confirmed that no children zombies are going to be added. So there's going to be no children zombies running around. I think they had worries of, you know, trying to sell this game in other countries and stuff like that. And that, of course, upset a lot of people. Me personally, I don't really have too much of an opinion on it. I didn't really care if they got added or not, because I do know that children in video games are usually a sensitive topic for games that want to sell. It's unfortunate, though, because I know people love that. And I played the first game, and I thought that was fun, being able to just smack a kid across the head with a sledgehammer or something. But alas, this is where we are. So the state of No Room in Hell 2, it has definitely gotten better. It's gotten a lot better since May. I think, honestly, it is worth picking up if you really want a good, like, zombie game. Like, the graphics aren't even that bad. New zombie types have been added. Of course, you got the military zombie. I don't remember if the SWAT zombie was a thing at the time. I didn't really fine-tune my notes that much. But yeah, zombies have been getting tweaked. Their spawns have been changed up a bit. Overall, everything's been getting touched up on, and they're working on it, you know? And I believe they're working on a new map. Is the game worth it in September? I would still say hold out if you're kind of on the fence about it, because it is still early access. They did push back their 1.0 update to 2026. If you remember, this was supposed to hit 1.0 in 2025, but it did not. It's not going to be reaching that. I mean, come on, October's next month. It's not going to make it. That's for sure. This game still has a lot of work to do, and you know, I appreciate them doing that because they are listening to the community on a good amount of stuff. One thing I personally would like to see, though, they add is lore. Like, this game has lore, alright? But the thing is, it's kind of hard to read into because the only time you can find lore is in the loading screens when you're loading up into a game, and you might not even find ones that are new if you already read through them. I would like to see a section in the main menu added where you can actually go and just read that type of stuff. Maybe like when you're playing the game, you can find notes. Like, it's like collectibles, you know? That you can put in the main menu, and then you could read it, get into the game's lore a bit, and yeah, stuff like that. I think that would really immerse people a lot, and all that stuff. And I also know that I'm jumping back and forth between every topic right now, but this is really just getting people up to speed. So zombies, meshes, animations were like tweaked and stuff to make the game run better when there's a bunch of zombies present, and I do feel that a lot. I would say the game's performance has definitely gotten better. If performance was your main issue in this game, I would say try the game again. A lot of my performance issues have been fixed, especially on Broadway and Lewiston, with the zombie update and the mesh update for those maps. Those games actually run really well. You know, half the time, if a game doesn't run well, you're not going to have fun with it, alright? I don't really have too much to talk about in this video. This is going to be kind of a short one. I do think all the stuff that they've been adding has been really good. I think their ideology here is they're going to be adding stuff and then polishing it later. Because for 1.0, they're going to want to get it feature complete, just like any game, you know? Any game is going to want their game to at least feel done, for the most part. But even if they're going to be quote-unquote done, I don't even think they're going to be done. What the hell did my guy just say? Anyways, watch this explosion. God damn! So that's about it. This is all I had to say about the game. I do think all the stuff they've added is good. And if you're a fan of zombies, you will be a fan of this game. I'm pretty sure. Definitely gotten better. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and goodbye.